Bada boom, bada bang, bada bop, coming through today again with the Asics Mega Blast, aka Mega Bang, 25 piece with the extra bang sauce. We gotta test these shoes and stretch them to their limits. If there's one thing that I want to do on this channel with the shoe reviews, because I try to give the training insights, I try to show the process of what it takes to get better, to up your best. But if there's one thing that there's like a lawnmower motor going back there, we're just gonna keep it rolling. If there's one thing that I want to do when it comes to the shoe reviews, whether you relate to my paces, my mechanics, my mileage level or not, is I want to test them and stretch them to their limits. And I know a lot of the brands out there, the product developers, actually watch these reviews now and use them for their product decisions, which is pretty cool. So if you are looking for a new running shoe, a new training shoe, a new racing shoe, you are in the right place. An even better place would be the Supwell app. We have the best buy, sell, and trade marketplace out there, and here's how it works. Hobby joggers I'm no country boy, but that ain't sound right. Hobby joggers will get a shoe like the Mega Blast or the Super Blast or the Nova Blast or the Ninja Blast. They'll put a few runs on it. It doesn't work for them. It's not the right size, so they list it on the app for well below MSRP. So if you're looking for a new max cushion shoe or a daily trainer or a race shoe, or you're looking for a community of hobby jogger sickos to keep you accountable, to keep you up in your best, getting after it daily, get in with us and enjoy today's video. Boom, 7:19 p.m. Saturday night. I'm getting these long run vlogs started earlier and earlier because I'm about to go to bed right now. 7:30. No, I'm just kidding. We haven't had dinner yet. I made dinner tonight. It's a banger. This is a pretty long run meal. I mean, look at that. So this is some lemon cream penne. Hold on. Let me make sure. We could get the right little saucination on this. Oh, bro, it's so steamy. It got the lens getting all hot and bothered. Okay, we got the saucination. Look at that. The lemon cream penne vegan with the dino kale over here. Some young lucinato kale, olive oil, salt and pepper. It's a banger. It's super tender. I mean, look at this. When it just falls apart, let me show you the kale, the dino kale. This is the real bada boom, bada bang. You come to the head of the family, you get some tender dino kale. One bite, everybody knows the rules. That dino kale is singing, bro. They said dinos went extinct. No. And we got the protein right here. Shout out to Abbott's vegan ground beef. Let me just show you. This is good stuff. This is really good stuff right here. It's kind of expensive. I think it's $7 or $8, but it's good stuff. Good protein. Mushrooms, onions, black pepper, and thyme is a banger. So we'll throw that all in a bowl. Little mini date night action right here. And ooh, kill him. I might slide through with look at this. Might slide through with one of these non-alcoholic hazy IPA. Ooh, that's how you set it off on a Saturday night. We'll get this kids booklet out of here. What is this? Highlights, hello, more like goodbye. We're gonna set it off on a Saturday. Let's go. I'm gonna return this to the place where it belongs. No children's reading materials were harmed in the making of this video. I highly respect literacy. Look at this. I respect all these books so much, and a lot of people don't even know this. This is what a lot of people don't know. They don't even know about the secret book trap. What do we have down here? We have Plato, Republic. We have Conrad, Heart of Darkness. I might need to read this for the marathon sub 230 build so we can go to a dark place. Let's go. Is this the one that's all, yeah, this is all tattooed up still. Ode to Solitude. Oh, I'm going to have to reread that passage. Page 51. Okay. We're going to read that in the morning. Ode to Solitude. We have Rousseau on the social contract. We have Stephen Crane, Red Badge of Courage. It's a good story about the Civil War. We just have all sorts of bangers on deck down here. Oh, you know what's a low-key banger? Low-key banger. We Are Market Basket. It's a story about a Massachusetts family-owned grocery store chain. Shout out to Market Basket putting in work. Got all sorts of stuff down here. Mill on Liberty and Other Essays. I know some people who should read this one. We're not going to talk about that. Save that for the politics channel. I'm going to eat. I'm actually not going to eat, but I'm going to say that now because the next time I'll see you, we'll have the food ready. Hold on, I'm going to do some push-ups. A lot of people don't know. I've been putting in the work on the strength training. You might have been wondering, are his pectorals looking more toned? Yes, they are. $20-mile long run and 20 push-ups. Clean form. At me if you're gonna talk. We got the mileage and now we got the strength. I'm a hybrid savage now, and I've been doing 1-minute planks too. They don't even want to see the 1-minute planks. That was a full minute. I'm gonna go again in another 30 seconds, 45-second rest. You don't need to see that though. You don't need to see that. It's the work that we do when nobody's watching, except you are watching right now. We been putting in the work. I'm getting fired up, man. We gotta set the tone, bro. We gotta set the tone. Let that sink in. That's how I'm coming all fall 2025. Energy, drive, fire, determination, heat, hunger. That's how I'm coming. I told you, man, it's only 7:30. Oh, 7:31 now. We got started on them early. Putting shots up on the board early. Getting these carbs in early. Are you sure? Are you sure? You want to doubt the mileage? I didn't think so. You want to see something crazy that happened while I was making that pasta? This is how you know you're locked into a marathon build right here. I was using the lemon squeezer to squeeze the lemon. Look at this. My grip strength was so robust that, I mean, it just came in half. I just snapped a legitimate metal lemon squeezer in two. That's how you know you're locked into a marathon build right there. Don't play with me. Lovely finished product with my lovely wife nearby. What could be better? So this is the lemon cream vegan penne. It's hobby jogger a la penne. And the sauce is oat milk, salt, nutritional yeast, olive oil, lemon. Super simple. And then you save some of the pasta water and you mix it back up. I actually did also put in some vegan parm. I melted it in, but you don't need to. That's only if you have it. And then kale is just salt and pepper, olive oil. And then this stuff here, and it's a complete banger. I mean, look at that. That's how you fuel up before 20-mile long run. Let's go. All right, man, it's getting late. I was saying it's early. Now it's late. 9:09 p.m. I gotta get my stuff ready. Boom. Long run gels tomorrow. I'm gonna keep it chill. I only do the Mortons if I have a big workout. They're expensive, and I actually think I need to get more of the caffeinated ones. So I'm going Torque. Best flavors in the game. Lots of carbs. I think each one of these has 30 grams of carbs, which is great. Let me see. Where does it say? I just know. I know it, but let me just confirm. Carbohydrates, 29, which is just crazy, bro. 29 grams of carbs in there. I also didn't realize these have electrolytes in them too. Look at that, man. Torque, best gels in the game. This is not sponsored or anything. I just really like these. I like the taste of them. I like the texture. I like the flavor. I know my guy Dan Amos also likes these, and he said he's tried some other ones, because I remember he sold some other brand, and he said the Torques are the easiest on his stomach. I don't typically have stomach issues, but they're great for me, man. Best gels in the game. So I'll have these. We'll get my bottle. Where's the bottle? I had to wash it out and everything. Boom. Oh no, but now I don't have the handle. This is the issue with washing it. See if it's where I left it. Thought I left the handle up there. Oh gosh. This is going to be a wild goose chase for the handle now. Ah, okay. Wasn't too long. There we go. Do people still say that? Wild goose chase? I learned that from my mom and my grandparents. Wild goose chase. That was not a wild goose chase. That was more of like a tracking down a 2-year-old having a temper tantrum. It's hard, but we accomplished it quickly. Didn't quite land the plane on that one, but yeah, this will be the fueling. Let me go get my clothes, and then we can shut it down for the night. I'm almost done. So I've typically been waking up at 4:30 a.m. to do these long runs to beat the heat, but I mean, look at this. It's going to be nice tomorrow, and Charlie offered to watch the kids later in the morning, so I mean, if I sleep till 6:30 and leave by 8, that's not bad at all. It's going to be in the 60s all the way up until 11, so we're good to go. See, temperature's not bad tomorrow at all. It's not quite PR weather, but I guess if you start at... Well, it's getting colder from 4 to 6. Oh, we got some PR weather Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Yep.
That's crazy.
Hopefully the ray comes in time.
I love September.
Yeah, September's the best. What's September? First day of September is Monday?
Guys, he has a big birthday coming up.
Oh my gosh.
September 11th. Don't forget. Wish him happy birthday, okay?
Turning this off. All right, one last thing I want to say tonight before I forget, because sometimes I think about these things. I'm wiping down the stove here, but sometimes I think about these things and then I forget to say them. But one of the reasons I've been able to make these crazy leaps in my fitness year over year, and especially the past 2 years, it's these 20-mile long runs. I don't know if I've talked about it enough recently, but committing to do these every single weekend. And when I say that, that's not hyperbole. I legitimately do 20-mile long runs every weekend. That is the cornerstone of all this, man. It ensures that the aerobic system always stays strong. It ensures that no matter how weak I'm feeling, I'm getting in that 2 to 2.5 hour stimulus every single weekend. So then when it comes time to do something like Thursday, 14 miles at a marathon effort, I just have such a strong foundation and I can bounce back and recover. That is the number one hidden secret of high mileage training, the quick recovery, right? The day after I did that 14-mile workout, and of course the 14-mile workout is what gets all the kudos and all the attention on Strava, just maybe my most comments ever other than my Chicago marathon PR. But the next day I go and I do a 20-mile double. And of course it doesn't look that impressive, but that exactly right there is what the consistent doubles, the consistent long runs enables. I'm able to do a huge taxing workout, 14 miles. It was a half marathon PR and I went 14 miles. It was a 10K PR. It was a 10K PR within a 14-mile long run, and I'm training through it, right? So that is what the 20-mile long run does. The other thing I want to say that I don't want to forget is, let me show you this. So, you know how I've been complaining. I'm listening to the Currency. This is my favorite song. Absolute banger right here, Vision Board. But you've heard me whining and moaning about the Strava marathon time prediction. Well, this is too bright. After I did that workout, it reset my marathon time all the way down to 2:30. It's now at 2:34. It was at 2:35 or 2:36 earlier this week, but it went from having my marathon prediction at a 2:40 or 2:39 to a 2:34. So what that means is I train so far below what my maximum capacity is. That's why these algorithms don't really understand what my fitness level is, because I do so much volume well within my capability. And then occasionally we do these big sessions, but I've just built up so much strength and so much endurance at these lower levels that it almost, with the algorithms, buries the faster stuff I'm doing. So doing a high volume, such a high volume of the unimpressive work is what enables me to occasionally go and do these killer sessions and have bigger increases in fitness. So that's something that I've been wanting to say, man. That's the reason why my fitness doesn't come through these algorithms. It's starting to get recognized right here because I did that bigger workout earlier this week, but it took 6 minutes off the marathon prediction time. And it's all because I train so conservatively. A high volume of miles at a very conservative pace. I actually went to the Daniels book and I looked at, because he says for my fitness, I should be running my marathon or everyday miles at a 6:10 to 7 flat, which is just so fast. So I was looking, and my marathon prediction would be a 3:19 based on the daily paces that I normally run. But that just goes to show, with my system, running the high volume of relaxed miles, it really builds strength. It builds quick recovery and enables occasional killer sessions like that. So tomorrow's not going to be a killer session. It's going to be a good solid long run, but the mileage is mileage, baby. Got to get it in however we can. All right. I am just about finished with the kitchen here. Got to blow out the candle and then we will call it a night. Lights out on these boys. All right, man. 6:08 a.m. We are up and at it. I'm with Princess Roni. Can you say hi? You have to say it. You can't wave because the camera's not on you. Can you say hello?
Hello.
Morning.
Morning.
You say slug life?
What?
Yeah, let's go. Bang.
Ba. Joy. And ba.
Oh, bless you. Get some coffee going.
No.
Coffee going. Yeah, this is the truth right here.
This is the best coffee I've had this year. Diego Horta from Colombia, anaerobic natural. These are the best processed coffees. Anaerobic natural is so good, man. Their tasting notes, they say black cherry, marzipan, spice, orange, craft chocolate. Yeah, it's a banger. Breakfast today, I'm gonna make some of these waffles. Dude, I made the most fire waffles earlier this week. I've been on my grind in the kitchen. Just banger after banger after banger. I mean, look at these perfect waffles. I just broke it in half because it's frozen, so that's not perfect. But look at this stack. That's a 3-piece of waffle right there. So that's what I'm gonna eat this morning. I usually do bagels, but I was looking for my chocolate peanut butter, and it's gone. So it looks like somebody in the house finished it. And this is the thing. You provide for your family, and they eat your food. So I'm going to start getting a secret stash of chocolate peanut butter. What's up, bud? Yeah, you should go. Okay. Boom.
What? Ding, bo. Do.
It's a banger. It's not just a banger, it's a movie. Some Diego Horta with the homemade waffles. Look at that. That's Max Cushing gang. Secret ingredient? Yes. It's love. I'm just kidding. So don't be cringe, Daddy. How is it? How is it, Ronnie? Fire? No. Okay. Well, she's a harsh critic.
What kind of waffles is called waffles?
Whole squad getting active. What ingredient they're playing? Like you like. They're the same ones I made for you the other day.
Daddy, next time. No, I want a pancake.
Sugar industry has created a monster.
I know, we should never.
Keep your kids away from maple syrup, or this is how they'll turn out. This is the face of a maple syrup addict.
You didn't give her maple syrup when she was little.
That's true. That's why. Yeah, she's well adjusted. She didn't have ice cream till she was 3. I think you're 2. It was when we were in Nashville or Knoxville.
Can someone blow?
Beautiful day out there today. We're gonna miss the sunrise, but got some extra sleep. And I don't think it's too hot. Man, perfect. Near perfect long run. Weather is not even gonna be above 70. I almost got this twitch right now though to set my fantasy lineup. Like I said, I almost got this twitch to set my fantasy lineup, but we still have 1 week. It's a banger. Let's go. Caramel Crusaders. Gonna be putting in work. Jared Goff, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, Malik Neighbors. Oh, he's questionable. That's not good. Back injury. Bro, you're 24. You shouldn't have a back injury. No, you're 22. When we talking about back injury. Terry McLaurin, he's going to have a nasty year. I already know it. Sam Laporta, Debo Samuel on the flex. Tyler Bass. This is my move every year. Get him as my kicker. You want a team who's just solid. Man, that's Sunday Night Football next week. Bills, Ravens, that's going to be nasty. And then Cardinals, I'm going to do streaming defense tactic this year. Just pick up a new defense every week. I told you I'm locked in with this. I'm locked in. CJ Stroud was an auto draft. I accidentally left the draft and couldn't get back in, so they picked him. But yeah, this is my main team. Caramel Crusaders putting in work. It's my guy, Matt Golden right there.
These birds are acting strange again. You see them out there? It's odd behavior. Gang activity. And it's not Max Cushion Gang. That's the Barefoot Mafia. I'm still hungry though, so I had a little bagel too. Now we can hit the road. Whoa. 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 Oh, he's spitting. Copperfield in the coop. Finna cop one for the road. Let's go. That's not how he was flowing though. Currency doesn't really have the aggressive tenor in his voice like I did right there. It's more of a laid back, relax vibe. Megablast, aka Big Dog Status. This thing is like a shark in a pond of wild fish. Dude, I forgot. I got a new SD card from Best Buy. I forgot to get the tripod. So I'm still on this. This is basically a Super Blast tripod. I need the Megablast tripod. This one is clunky. It doesn't work that well. I have to tighten it extra for it to get anything going here. Yeah, one of the things that tripod does is it's tight and then it slowly just wilts down. But yeah, we're running the Megablast this morning. If you've never heard of this shoe, it's basically the Diego Horta anaerobic natural of running shoes. Top shoe of the year. I also just ordered a 5-pound bag of that Diego Horta coffee. That's the only thing I'm drinking for the rest of the fall. Just like the Megablast. This is the only thing I'm running. I'm going to order the white pair too. Do a first run review in that. Maybe I'll have to do a Megablast versus Megablast comparison video. See how the white colorway compares to the purple. Get the Dirty Soda Spike Lee colorway versus the Tony Montana colorway. Tony Montana. Man, stepping is actually comfortable. So one of the things with this shoe is I think it's getting more and more comfortable as I get more miles in it. It's softening up, losing some of that, I wouldn't even say choppiness, but just developing a way more comfortable ride. I mean, the stepping experience was great, and you can see there's some braking lines and everything. Now, I did pull for my lightest weight socks that I own today, the Soar Elite Racing socks or whatever they're called, because this does have a snug upper. Now, let me show you this. So, this is a 10.5. I always wear 10.5. I wear 10.5 in literally everything. My toe comes up to right here. So, there's enough room. It's not like I'm jamming up against the front. It's just lower volume. So, that is something to keep an eye out for. I mentioned this yesterday, but somebody, Bob Bruno, resold his pair on the app because of this exact issue. He also said he has a wider midfoot. So I would just keep that in mind with this. If you do have issues with snugness, if you went up half a size in shoes like the Sky Tokyo or the Boston 13, maybe you go up half a size in this as well. It's an expensive purchase, so you're going to want to make sure you get it right. And I know it's hard, but what you're going to want to do is likely, if you can't get this on foot in the store, buy it from Running Warehouse. Walk in it around your house. Just make sure the fit is good so you don't have to resell it on the app. That's the thing. So for me, 10.5 is good. The other thing is just get a lightweight pair of socks. Feels a lot better. And this, when I've had the heavier weight pairs of socks on, I do think my foot is up closer here. So the sock is going to make a difference with this shoe. The length is okay. It's just the volume. Everything else about the upper is comfortable. So with that, plan for this run. We're going to get 20 miles in this morning. Nice relaxed pace. This is, you know the expression in football, a trap game? Has anybody heard of that expression? A trap game. A trap game is after you play a big opponent. So say your team is the New England Patriots. when they were good. They're going to be good again. But say they play the Buffalo Bills, right? They have the Buffalo Bills. The whole team has to get up for the game. It's a big rivalry. And then the next week, they have the Jacksonville Jaguars. And everyone got up for the Bills game. And you're playing the Jaguars the next week, a team that's not too hot. And then you get completely smoked because you weren't focused. So this is what I call a trap game right here. It can be a trap mentally. These runs, workouts that are supposed to be quote unquote easy. That's why I never use that word. I eliminate that word from my vocabulary. We actually had this piece coming in the fall collection and we had easy runs all over it. And I said, let's change it to either recovery or aerobic because I don't call runs easy. So these are the runs where they're supposed to be not as hard as the workouts that sometimes, if we're not mentally focused, they can be tough. They can be challenging. We start slipping. And the other thing with it is, in the case of the football game, if you got up for this big rivalry game, you likely are pushing harder. You likely are hitting harder. You likely are more focused. So you're more banged up going into the next game. I had the biggest workout of my life on Thursday, 14-mile tempo at a 5:37 pace over these hills. Absolutely no joke, right? So I am still banged up and recovering. A workout like that is going to take 3 or 4 days to fully recover. Even though I was saying last night I did a 20-mile day the next day, I'm not 100% recovered. No way. So these workouts like today, it's just about getting through it, but I don't want to lose too much focus. If I need to slow it down and be running 8:30s, 8:40s, 8:50s, that's okay. But I just want to give it a good, honest effort and not be out here just letting the run beat me. We got to stay in it and not forget that it's a war against the mileage, no matter how relaxed we want to run today. All right, with that, beautiful morning, man. Look at that slight light blue Carolina tint to the sky. All right, let's get after it. I know a lot of people are out in Chamonix or Sydney for UTMB and the Sydney Marathon. But guess what? You don't need to go to Chamonix. You don't need to go to Sydney. You don't need to go to London. You don't need to go to Berlin. You don't need to go to Chicago. You can get the mileage in wherever you are. And that's why I love running. Man, the only people getting more mileage in these hill streets are the Waste Pro drivers. Let's go. Yeah, these are so good, man. The geometry is just clean. So smooth, so bouncy. And it's definitely broken in. This is mile 60 right here on these guys. Just a cheeky little banger. Cheeky. It's like some bangers and mash on a London Sunday. Let's go. Might pull up to Oxfordshire in my Megablast. Have a lukewarm pint. The type of energy I'm on. Mate. Alright, serious question. For all my blokes. What's the best month of the year to visit the UK? And I don't know if it varies from region to region. So let's just say London. What's the best month of the year to visit London? I'm not trying to pull up when it's 45 American and raining. Is there a month where it's 60 to 75 and sunny most of the time? Or at least half of the time? Honestly, I don't even mind the rain. I don't like the rain, but I don't want to go when it's super cold. Let me know. Yeah, when we have the Supple app 2.0 launched, my plan, I'm gonna touch down in every city and bless them with the mileage. I'm gonna touch down in London, get the run groups going, spread the good word. Hopefully next year, that's the plan. The whole thing with the trap game is complacency. You get trapped because you get complacent. That's why I don't use the word easy. I use the word that is the goal. What's the goal of the workout? Recovery? Aerobic? You'll see on my Strava, I always title it Well, sometimes I'll do something silly, but if not, I'll say 8 recovery, 8 aerobic. Because that's the goal. The goal is aerobic development or recovery. The goal is not easy. That's not the goal. If your goal is easy, get a different hobby. If your goal is easy, get out of here. Easy. Makes me sick. Mile 1, 8:49 pace, which is 3 minutes per mile slower than my marathon pace. And guess what? It's still not easy. We're still working out here. I feel kind of hungry. I think I'm under fueled from yesterday. These are the things, we always have to stay on top of it. But I was with the kids all day. These are the other dimensions that go into running that aren't just the run. So I might take a gel here early just to get ahead of it. And make sure that this doesn't turn into a battle that it doesn't need to become. Man, these things are like little puff pods, little puff packs under my feet. This is the bounciest daily trainer I've ever tried. I was saying yesterday that it's not that bouncy and remarkable at everyday paces, but the more miles I put in it, the better it's feeling at these daily paces. It's just so bouncy, man. Max Cushion Gang Don, I'm the big boss. Hobby jogger getting miles like I'm Robert Frost. Took the path less traveled, Aero Goat gravel. The demon slugs behind me, so I can never get lost. Laying down the law, no gavel. Getting mileage like I'm in the saddle. Send them up the river without a paddle. If we were in school, I bet you'd tattle. In the war against the mileage, I lost a couple battles. But I'm on top now like a snake's rattle. It's that underground mileage, baby. Harriet Tubman of the running media world right here. You can't stop me. No major label, no major marathon. Only thing major is the mileage and the grind. Let's go. People don't really understand the grind. Built this whole empire off a $300 Canon DSLR from 2018. My YouTube camera is older than my oldest daughter, who's in 1st grade. But we put in that work daily. Now I'm the king of the underground. Don't play with me. It's not about the views, man. It's about the vibes. And you know what I'm out to prove now? I had a mindset shift yesterday. I've come to realize this YouTube channel is not going to be one of the most successful running YouTube channels. Or I won't even say that. One of the most viewed. This is never going to be one of the most viewed YouTube channels with me at the front of it, because I'm not gonna make the types of videos that get the most views. I'm just not. But I'm out to prove that you can be successful without doing flashy graphics and jump cuts every 2 seconds and doing things your own way. Because guess what? Built the app off the YouTube channel. Now we're building the Instagram, the community, the merch, and it's all from the daily grind. And that's why I always shout out the 3000 Club now, because that's what keeps me going. I've realized, man, because for so long, even yesterday, I can get down, oh, the views aren't that high. But guess what? There's a classic expression in business. A successful business only needs 1,000 true fans. And guess what? We got 3,000 slugs internationally, crushing mileage, getting after it every day. We're going up. I'm not a businessman, I'm a business man. I'm not a hobby jogger, I'm a hobby jogger. I'm not a mileage boy, I am mileage boy. 4 miles in, cruising at 8 flat. That's 20% of the way finished. Let's go. Let's go. 80% left. Yeah, man, this is really softened up. So good. It's reminding me some of the Aero Goat. Just bouncy, easy to run in at these paces. Tons of assistance. Now I'm gonna take a gel here. One of the things I need to start working on is taking the gels at race pace. I might even start trying to do it at threshold pace, just because it's a lot harder to do it when you're moving that fast. And yeah, it's not easy. That's why, man, the elites, they use the bottles. It's easier to squirt, but they have bottle stations all set out on the course for them. And you can actually, at my paces for some races, you can apply to be a sub-elite category and set bottles out. I just don't like doing fluids, so I've got to get better at the gels. I'm gonna take my gel here. I'm just jogging along today, so it's not a big deal, but for the next few marathon pace tempos, I gotta work on that. I didn't take any on that 14 miler. I was just cruising along, locked in on the pace, which is good because, I mean, I went 14 miles at marathon pace, no gels, but you gotta have gels on race day. You can't go 26 point, well, you can, but this is probably not gonna turn out well. So that's the next frontier. Man, I was thinking of starting to warm up some, and look at that, 8:15. I told you, that's the time where it starts warming up. So I got a late start today. It's not gonna be that bad because it's 60s, but still. Been thinking more about the vision. So we got the app coming later this year. Next year, I want to do a full performance line from the ground up. Best dang running gear. 5 inchers with pockets, socks, singlets, shirts, and that's it. That's all you need. Maybe a quarter zip and 5 pieces. Keep it simple, keep the prices affordable. And then 2027, coming with the coffee. Dude, I want to do my own coffee. Collab with Black and White, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, with the running gear, man, I run so much, I'm on camera so much. I'm tired of running in other people's stuff. And there's one dude reached out to me to do a collab with the running brand. He was talking about 25%. He offered me 25%. Like, bro. Stand on business in the Megablast. Think about my vision in the Megablast. You know I stay winning in my Megablast. Really had to kill him in my Megablast. You know I caught a rhythm in my Megablast. I'll never be sitting in my Megablast, cause I really stay blessed in my Megablast. I can never be stressed in my Megablast. You know that I'm the best in the Megablast. Had to get it off my chest in the Megablast. It's like a bulletproof vest with the Megablast. You don't really want to test me in the Megablast. This is what people don't understand, man. I built a fortress around myself with the mileage. We stacked the mileage so tall. And now I'm locked in. Seriously, man, on the performance gear stuff, the shorts I'm wearing right now, there's something like $150 or something. I don't know. It's like these brands are just taking ridiculous margins. And you know what those margins are going toward? Because a lot of the time, people aren't just randomly picking prices. Sometimes they are, but it goes toward marketing. It goes toward all the events and stuff they do, paying people. But we've been able to stay lean and mean with the operation. That's why our stuff is already competitively priced. Man, I was looking at the Viore catalog last night. The hoodies were $138 for a gosh dang hoodie. It's ridiculous. It's the margin. It's crazy. Our hoodies are half of that, man. But that's because we're lean and mean with it. Bro, I feel like Robin Hood in the Megablast. You know my profit good in the Megablast. You know I wish the margin would in the Megablast. I'm really feeling good in the Megablast. Man, I know I might sound crazy talking about all these plans and things I want to do, but you have to say your goals, your plans, your vision out loud, and then you make it real. When I said sub 230 marathon, when I was writing marathon pace tempo, 540 per mile pace on my Strava 6 months ago, people were saying, are you sure? Literally commenting, you're gonna take 10 minutes off your marathon time? And I said, yes. Yes. And now, the same people are saying, wow, good job, man, after that 14-mile tempo. So you gotta say what you wanna do. And then it's just work. Man, the Megablast put a battery in my back this morning. Let's go. If I said it, then I said it in the Megablast. I don't even need the credit in the Megablast. Bro, just forget it in the Megablast. Yeah, I think I got a fetish for the Megablast. Man, the only trap game I know is when the rapper Game is over in Atlanta sounding instrumental. It's the only trap game I know. Mile 8, 7:38 in the Megablast. I'm not feeling good, I'm feeling great in the Megablast. I could eat a full plate in the Megablast. Might take my wife on a date in the Megablast. Bro, I'm feeling like a fiend in the Megablast. Is it nicotine or is it Megablast? Feeling like a preteen in the Megablast. I think I might cream in the Megablast. Let's keep it PG in the Megablast. Moving like a G in the Megablast. That means I'm moving silently in the Megablast. Man, I'm finally feeling free in the Megablast. Yeah, my boss this week at work, she told me I needed to work on my communication. So we've been having communication issues. This keeps coming up. I love working with you, but it's just the one thing, it's the communication. And I had to tell her, real G's move in silence. I'm sorry. One thing I've been thinking about too, when it comes to the vision, I realized I have a voice made for YouTube. I do not have a face made for Instagram. So I've been thinking about hiring a young lady with a pleasant disposition to do Instagram, because that seems to be what works on Instagram. I need to remove my face from that channel. I'm like 6'4" in the Megablast. I might go to war in the Megablast. 20-something beats in the Megablast. Bro, I gotta make peace in the Megablast. I could never feel dark in my Megablast. I'm running to the park in my Megablast. Bro, I swear, I thought I just saw Steve Scullion. It was just a bald, shirtless dude running though. He was wearing the Evo SLs. Some hobby joggers getting after it out here. I think they're both wearing Nova Blast. Let's go. You know what my guy Donnie Howard said on the Supple Live last night? He said, I'm undefeated when it comes to the half marathon and the marathon. Undefeated. When I heard him say that, I said, let's go. You know what that means? Every time he starts, he gets to that finish line. Doesn't matter the time, doesn't matter the pace, doesn't matter the effort. Good day, bad day. It's the DQ mentality, undefeated. It's the stuff that fires me up. Let's go. You gotta go through those dark times to see the light. It hits different. It hits different when you've been at rock bottom. That's why for a lot of people, this running thing is more than exercise. Man, the mileage is an organizing principle for our lives. Man, if you ever been broke before, it is different to have $1,000 in your bank account. Man, a lot of people don't know how that feels. If you ever felt like you didn't know what direction your life was going, it is different to come out here with a sense of direction. Say, I'm gonna drop a 20 today, get after it, do it, complete it, and feel a sense of accomplishment. It's different. It is different. Man, it is different just to wake up in the morning and look my kids in the eye and see them smile. I'm telling you, man, the mileage is different if you've been through the dark times. It's a privilege to be out here under the blue skies working. I might cry in the Megablast. I can never tell a lie in the Megablast. Alright, so we're at the park here. And man, the last mile was mile 12, 7:19. Felt like the same effort I've been running, but as soon as I get out of the neighborhood and get on the flat, it's just so much faster. It's almost like a 10 to 15 second per mile penalty, maybe more. It's crazy. Yeah, this is Veterans Park. The reason I wanted to come over here, I want to check out the little loop. There's a loop around the track, or a track around the football field. I want to see how long it is, because I'm considering coming out here this week to do a workout. All right, here it is. Here's the start. We're at 12:26, so we'll clock it around and see how long it is. Now, it's not perfect. Look at this. You have this little squiggly section here. And then you have some sharp turns, like a track. Also, I realize I'm going the wrong way. Oops. Yeah, it's also slightly hilly. Got a downhill section right here. So if we're doing the correct direction, this would be uphill. Oh, there's also that section, so we could just do it around one football field. Yeah, maybe we could do a figure 8. Well, let me just clock this. And look at that, Min Hill looking beautiful on an August Sunday. The last Sunday of August. All right, so it's about a 0.35, third of a mile, because we're at 1261. Stopping to get a water refill here. Again, you got to remember the goal of these runs. Is it pain and suffering, or is it to complete the distance feeling as strong as possible? It's the latter. So I stop when I need to get some water, use the bathroom, and then we'll be on our way. And I don't do this every time. I'll go long runs without it. And for example, that 14-mile tempo, no chance I'm stopping. Absolutely no chance. But today, it's all good. We're just racking and stacking in the Megablast. I also retied because I can feel, man, my big toe, it is getting kind of crushed in here. So that's the flaw here. Every shoe has something wrong with it. There's no perfect shoe. This is pretty close, but that upper is snug up in the front. I'm gonna go on the trail here. Quick trail test in the Megablast. Bro, I'm running on a trail in the Megablast. I can never fail in the Megablast. I might send my girl to Yale in the Megablast. Feeling like a killer whale in the Megablast. Yeah, on this hard pack, gravel type stuff, no issues. No issues at all. When I was at that ultra a few weeks ago with Jim, there was a dude there, Johnny Dallas. No lie, that's his name. Johnny Dallas. I don't know if you want to Google that. Johnny Dallas. Some stuff might come up you're not wanting to see. But he was wearing the Super Blast. And this is the same grip as the Super Blast. Not the Nova Blast. That's terrible on this stuff, the Nova Blast. This is awesome. It's funny though, because Johnny Dallas, he actually switched from the Super Blast into the Nova Blast, and I said, oh no, my brother. I almost gave him my Solomon Ultra Goats. I think that guy got second place. Hold on, man, we gotta pause right here real quick. That's a message everybody needs to see. Shout out to the Girl Scouts. Seek respect, not attention. They've got a lot of good signs out here. A resourceful person sees opportunity when others sees obstacles. Girl Scouts are about that slug life, man. Oh man, there's a giant hill at the end of that trail. It's testing me. It's testing me. But yeah, these are great. Great off-road on stuff like that. It's not a technical trail shoe, but on any gravel, it's fine. Jog to the other park. Count the Teslas. I'm setting the line at 1.5. Last time I said 2.5, and I banked the over, and I was wrong. 1.5. I'm banging the over again. I think there's gonna be 2 Teslas there. All right, pickleball park. Let's do it. Ooh, horses are out today. You see them through there? Bro, I seriously might pull up on horseback before I pull up in a Tesla. Man, I only see one. I only see one today. Well, that's why I set the line at 1.5. I had a feeling because it was later in the day. Oh, no, 2. Boom. And the same Prius from last time is here. The Prius Prime, no Rivian today though. All right, so a Prius Prime, a blue, what is that, a Model Y, and a white Model 3. There we go. Man, I might have to call this one Goat Talk Volume 2. This is Goat Talk Volume 2, baby. Volume 1 was in the Aero Goat. And I don't know if I'm the GOAT or it's the Megablast. Dropping quotes in the Megablast. In 2028, I might cast my vote for the Megablast. I might have to raise a toast to the Megablast. I can never go broke in the Megablast. Looking like a joke? Not in the Megablast. Yeah, I'm moving like the Pope in the Megablast. Looking cleaner than some soap in the Megablast. The old folks think I'm moving dope in the Megablast. The only trap game I know is when the other team inbounds the ball and we send ferocious, tenacious defense to lock them down at the baseline. Trap, trap, trap. It's the only trap game I know. Mile 19, 725, back in the neighborhood, still mobbing, still running strong, still in a Megablast. And I know the new thing, a lot of people want to discredit my reviews now. Oh, he can run a 2 hour and 30-minute marathon. We shouldn't listen to him. But guess what? That also means I can take these shoes and beat the living Beetlejuice out of them and stretch them to their limits and really put in work. So you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to use what I say for your buying inspiration, but just remember, nobody else is putting in the mileage like this. So you don't have to listen to me, but you gotta respect me, okay? I'm sorry, man, I apologize if that was too aggressive. This mile 19, all this mileage gets a jogger cranky. Man, I'm at mile 21. I'm feeling good. I might have to hit him with the RIP Kobe this morning. I don't know. Man, it would be disrespectful to everything I stand for if I don't go 24 today. Up your best. We gotta give them our best. We gotta hit that 24 piece with extra bang sauce. And the bonus to all the little Megablast contrarians out there, now I can say, did you go 24? Did you go 24 in the Megablast? Did you go 24? I don't think so. I don't think so. You ever seen the movie Groundhog Day? He keeps waking up doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's like me with the mileage. I'm like a groundhog with rabies. Man, I don't know if people still are sleeping on the level of work that the slugs are putting in. Everybody who's been putting in the blood, sweat, and mileage through the summer. So let me show them right now. I'm the team captain, so I have to show them. I'm gonna drop a mile at marathon pace right here. mile 23. Ready? Go. Don't play with my name ever again. These people keep playing with my name, man. When are they gonna learn? When are they gonna learn? This is not a game. It's not a game. This is my life. My life is the mileage. Mile 24, 5:35. Stop it. Stop it. Mile 25. I'm not gonna do it to him today. I'm not gonna. My house is right here. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna do the responsible thing and stop. I'm not gonna be wildly reckless, just mildly reckless. I think what's gonna have to happen for as long as I'm doing this is every fall when the PR weather rolls around, the autumn wind picks up, the days get shorter, I'm gonna have to reintroduce myself and remind the running community what it's all about. It's about the mileage, bro. It's about the mileage. Get this out of here, please. That actually was the longest run I did in this shoe or in this watch. Let's see what we have here. 25.2 mile long run. I left the last mile for these other shoe tubers. I let them run the last mile for me. 7:42 pace, average 135 heart rate, over 25 miles, 1,000 feet of elevation gain. Putting in work, bro. Putting in work. 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 13 seconds. I didn't want to run the last mile. I've been trying to, every time I'm going hard this year, I want to leave it on 9. I don't want to go to 10. Even, so when I did that 14-mile tempo, so that was my goal, 14 miles. But I didn't go 16. I'm going to go 16 at some point like I did last year, but I don't want to go longer when it's not necessary, when it's not the plan. So today the plan was not 25. I was actually thinking 23 max if I felt good, but I was feeling better than I thought. And if this really is one of the best daily trainer shoes, max cushion shoes, we got to put it through the paces. And man, 25 in this did feel like 22 and something else. So man, I'm telling you, the best shoes out there really can add some to your running. They really can help you take it to the next level. So people always say, is it worth it? Is it worth it with these shoes? For me, this run is a great example of a shoe being worth it. I was out here before the run feeling like I could have one of those miserable slog fests where I'm running 9-minute pace from mile 13 onward, but no, we got it done. Really strong run, 25 miles with 1 mile pace pickup from mile 23 to 24 at a 5:35 pace at marathon pace. Bro, great work. Great work. Let's go. Telling you, man, life is all about choices and trade-offs. I can either do the breakdown immediately after I finish and I choose to not shower and be mildly disgusting and then stand down here for 15 to 25 minutes without having showered. It's not the worst thing in the world. Or I can choose to go take a shower like I did today, but it's almost every single time, no matter how early I start the long run, if I choose to take a shower, the kids always come back right as I'm getting dressed and coming down here, and now I look like the bad guy because daddy's down here on the street when I was just doing my long run. And that was 25 dang miles, so it's not like it's, I don't know, it's just a lot of time, but I think they understand. And Charles understands. We gotta put in that work, bro. Megablast. 25 piece in the Megablast. Big dogs gotta eat in the Megablast. Feeling like the old school Miami Heat in the Megablast. I'm a vegan. I don't eat meat in the Megablast. All right, let's throw up the run. 25.2 miles. I told you, we left the last mile there for the other little shoe tubers out there who want to put my name in their mouth. I'm not even going to mention their names because I don't need to give free promo. But we got the, I don't know. I'm sorry. No one's beefing with me. I know no one's beefing with me. They don't want to smoke with me. It's all friendly competition. The thing is, I don't really do friendly competition. I do war. Everything is war to me. I'm in a war mindset right now. And this is the thing. When you're in a sharpening phase, I was actually reading this book about it, the lore of running. You do get more irritable. It almost is like a war mindset. And now I'm not saying I'm not trying to compare running a lot of miles as a lanky, silly individual to actually risking your life on the battlefield. It's not the same thing at all. But just in terms of the level of mental focus, preparation, clarity to get peak performance, you have to put yourself in a very intense headspace. And going 25 miles, going 24 miles, doing these long marathon pace tempos, it has to be this intense headspace. It's some of the most intense that I will ever get in my entire life. And I get more nervous for these big runs and races than I do for anything else, man. I get more nervous for a marathon than I do with public speaking or anything. I get more nervous for these races than I do for a big presentation or proposal at work, right? So there's a lot that goes into it. It's also, especially with the marathon, you don't get very many chances. You get 1 or 2 chances a year, and with my way that I've liked to be training over the past few years, I do one big goal race, which allows me to build the capacity high up. This is what I was talking about last night, and why a lot of the algorithms, the Strava and the Garmin, they don't think that my fitness is as fast as it is, because I do so much work well below my limit, well below my capacity. This 25-mile long run at a 7:40 pace, that's 2 minutes per mile slower than my goal marathon pace, right? So it's well below my capacity, but it's a higher volume. So it doesn't always translate in the algorithm, but what it does is it ensures that the foundation, the base is so solid, so I can come out here and do something like this today, a nice 25 piece in the Megablast. And dude, I feel like Sean Carter. What more can I say about the Megablast? We went 25 miles, man, 25 miles. So it's lightweight, it's 250 grams. That puts it about, what would that be, 10 to 15% heavier than the race shoes, at least the last gen race shoes like the Alpha Fly. If you look at the Alpha Fly, that's about 220 grams. This is 250, so it's 10%, not that much heavier than something like the Alpha Fly. Great bounce, great cushion, and because it's on the slightly firmer side, which is what I've been trying to say and make sure people know, so that they don't think this is this New Balance 1080 type of thing. If you want a very soft shoe, go get something like the Balos or the Neo Zen or the Neo Vesta. That's not this, but because it's on the slightly firmer side, it holds up really well deep into the run. And when I did that pace pickup, so if we look at this, mile 23 to 24, I decided to just drop a marathon pace pickup, turn over the legs. It's just good to hammer that, the neuromuscular coordination, as they say, the movement of running that pace. It's good to hammer it into the system. So even though it's 1 mile, that's not going to do much for my fitness, but it can do a lot for the running economy. It's almost like doing strides. And so the whole theory behind doing strides, which are 10 to 20 second faster pace pickups at around mile race pace or 5K race pace within a relaxed run, the theory is that it's supposed to help your running economy. It's supposed to translate to having more power in your stride. Now, I actually don't think strides do that on the macro sense. I actually think strides are one of the biggest scams in the running world, and I do them. What they are good for me, what I have found them to work for, is the day before a hard workout, preparing my body to run fast. I don't think they do anything on the global sense of my running fitness. I don't think they do anything to improve running economy, but they can just on a micro day, from a day-to-day level, or especially before a workout, like 5 minutes before a workout. I'm not talking about weeks, but 10 minutes, 5 minutes before a workout on the warm-up, doing strides just helps me prepare the body to run fast. So that's what they've helped to do. Now, something like this, doing a longer surge, is like the most race-specific type of stride you can do. 1 mile just at the exact pace that I want to run for the marathon, and it felt great for that, man. I'm telling you, this has a lot of the same speed capability as a race shoe, but it has the comfort and the cushion, the stability and the protection of a daily trainer. It's the total package, and that's why it's worth $225. I'm not out here just randomly going 25 miles in the Nike Pegasus or even the Vomero Plus. I actually did go 23 miles in that, and that felt really good. But that's really the only other shoe recently that has felt as good as this for the long run. That one has a way more relaxed feel. It's a lot heavier than this. It doesn't have the same pop at the ultra fast paces, the faster paces. But yeah, I would put these as two of the Vomero Plus and this, two of the best long run training shoes out there right now. Neo Vista 2 would be another great one. So that's the good. The bad, and every shoe has something bad about it. Even the best shoes out there have flaws. There's no perfect shoe, and I said this even in the first round review when I was ranting and raving about it. I said, I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, and I guarantee you I'll find something wrong with it. I don't know what's wrong with it, but there's something. It's really the fit, man. So when I stopped to refill my water and use the bathroom at Veterans Park about mile 14 or 15, I also retied the shoes. I cranked the laces down because I was noticing probably from mile 8 to 14, just this toe box right here at the end. And I'm looking at my feet now. My feet are pretty banged up. My toes, my big toes aren't, it's not too pretty down there. And I could feel just the top of them getting smushed down. And it's not from this shoe. It's an issue that I've had before. I actually think it's other Asics that have done it, the Sky Paris and the Edge Paris. But after I cranked the laces down, I didn't have much issue. So that's the thing with the shoes. Some of the shoes you can run with the laces loose. You can even run with them untied. Something like the Alpha Fly, I feel like I don't even need to tie those really, or a New Balance. A lot of the New Balance Max Cushion training shoes, I don't feel like I need to tie them. Neo Vista is very forgiving. This is just on the lower volume side. It has this kind of plastic piece here. So I don't know, sometimes brands do mid-cycle refreshes with the shoes, or maybe Megablast 2, they will fix that. But I have to say that's the one issue. I did wear the lightest weight socks and it helped, but still just cranking the laces down tighter was the thing that fixed it. And after I did that, it did fix it. So that's just a watch out. That is the biggest thing with the shoe. Also, at the parts in this run, so if we look at these splits, I actually haven't looked at my splits mile by mile, but I do know for some of these I was closer to 8 minutes. I think I even fell to 8:10 for some in there in the middle, just bopping along, not really focusing too much on running fast. I just wanted to get through it. In the middle there, the tag is all flopping around. And at those paces, it could feel firm and not the most exciting, but this is exactly what I was saying in the Super Blast comparison yesterday. To me, it feels best right at that 7:45 and faster. And if we look at the average pace of this run, it was what, 7:43, 7:42. So exactly what I was saying yesterday. It wants me to run at those daily paces. And if you look at the Daniel system daily paces, like I was saying earlier, it wants you to be 6:15 to 7 flat for my fitness. That's not accurate for high mileage marathon training. What I like to do is for aerobic paces be 2 minutes slower than the marathon pace or faster to get any sort of good aerobic stimulus. And then if I'm slower than 2 minutes, so goal marathon pace sub 2:30 is a 5:43 or faster. So I've been training in the 5:30s, but let's call it 5:43. So for my everyday miles, I want to be a 7:43 or faster to get the aerobic benefits. And then if I'm 7:43 or slower, so 7:45, 8 flat, 8:10, that's more of recovery pace. At high mileage levels, that is what is going to be most accurate. 2 minutes per mile slower, not gosh dang 30 seconds slower, because there are very few people out there who could run 140 miles per week at 45 seconds slower than their marathon pace. Even if you look at the Connor Mans of the world and the Clayton Youngs of the world, they're running a lot of their runs at 7 flat, and guess what? Their marathon pace is a 4:40. So it's the same exact thing, right? Just about 2 minutes off of the marathon pace for the everyday miles and for the recovery miles. So this does great at that. It really is just a do-it-all shoe. Jack of all trades, master of all trades. It can handle everything I've thrown at it. 25-mile long run, and I felt like I could keep going, not bottoming out at all. And I'm only 155 pounds. I know that's on the lighter side for someone wearing a 10.5 and on the lighter side in general for hobby joggers out there, but I know there's people who are bigger than I am who've been loving it and saying the similar things to me. So I really think it might be people who are on the smaller side who don't get along with this shoe as much, and it might be overkill. If you are on the smaller side, or you're not training higher mileage levels, or just pushing yourself, I think that's the bigger thing. A shoe like this, a $225 training shoe, it's designed for you to push yourself to get more. If you don't need that, that's why shoes like the 880 V15 exist. And I'm not trying to be flippant, but that really is the reason why there are more basic shoes like the 880 or the Ghost or the Vomero 18, and that's why they're priced lower. They're designed to be more basic. And I've just been thinking about the price a lot of these shoes, and it fires me up because people get upset about the price, but this is engineered to be a top of the line product that gives a lot of value. And hopefully I've been able to show through all the testing I've done with the 6 days I've had this shoe so far that you can do a lot with it. And that's why I love some of these shoes, and I just love being able to do this and find these gems that really can elevate the quality of the training. So this is one of those shoes, man. Being able to do a 25-mile long run, being able to run fast without needing the plate, without having the comfort, and also just the innovation. Again, right, Asics was so innovative with the Superblast, and that was one of the reasons it's a disappointment to me, the Superblast, because it is this really cool, innovative thing, which I've always given them their flowers, dude. Having a 250 gram, was it 250 or 260 gram training shoe with a 45 millimeter stack height, that is wild. No other brand has been able to do that. The closest brand so far has been Mizuno with the Neo Vista 2, but even that has the plastic plate. And I don't know if we want to ding them for that because the ride is a lot smoother than the Superblast. So maybe Mizuno is the only brand who's been able to even get close to Asics, and they've done it again. The innovation here. So I'm okay paying, I don't even want to call it a premium. It feels fair because you are getting extra. And I just keep going back to these other analogies. There's reasons that houses cost $3 million versus houses costing $300,000, right? The $3 million house is gonna have 6,000 square feet, 7 bedrooms. It's gonna have a bowling alley and a movie theater or whatever, or it's just gonna be in a neighborhood in San Francisco where the real estate prices are super expensive. Whatever it is, there's a reason that things cost a lot of money. And I've just been trying to drive this point home whenever I talk about prices on shoes. The brands are not randomly assigning prices to shoes 98% of the time. Sometimes it feels like they are when we get a bad deal, like the Cloud Brick Mid, and I'll call it out. And I know some people like that shoe, and I'm sorry if I'm offending you. I know it's a 4-hour marathon shoe. I'm not a 4-hour marathoner, but they also say in the marketing copy that the Cloud Brick Mid can be used as a daily trainer for runners who race in the Cloud Boom Strike, which would be me, and it's a terrible daily trainer. Anyway, even shoes like the Saucony, what is it, Triumph 23, I get upset at that being $170 because it doesn't feel like it has value versus the shoes in the category. So that's what it all comes down to for me. You can have a shoe that's a terrible deal at $120, and you can have a shoe that's an awesome deal at $500, right? If it turns out that this shoe had the same exact performance at 1,200 miles as it did at mile 10, that would be worth $500 to me, right? So the whole pricing thing, we just can't look at it in a vacuum. And then I know the other variable is it's $240 in Europe, or it roughly converts to that. So I think the price would be whatever it is in Europe would convert to $240 in the US versus $225. I paid $241.31 for this with taxes, and I feel like it's worth it. And of course, it's all gonna come down to what you think is worth it or not. And I buy all these shoes regardless, but I don't feel bad about paying that. I feel like it's worth every penny because it's been giving me so many good miles, so many fun, enjoyable miles. I look forward to training in it. It can do anything I throw at it. And of course, I'm not gonna run in this shoe every day because I can't. I have the Supwell business, so I need to test other things, but I would if I could. And I hope that this week proves that, yeah, this is really a top tier shoe. So this is now it was at 59 before, 59 plus 25, that puts 60, it's at 84 miles right now. 84 awesome miles, man. Not a lot of bad I can say about it. The only things that I was really concerned with in the beginning were the choppiness, that heel hitting before the forefoot. Not at all. That has completely gone away. Way more of a smooth ride. It's more similar in terms of the geometry to the Nimbus than it is to the Novablast and Superblast. And again, with the price, the Novablast still exists. The Novablast is still $150. If you think this is a bad deal, then it is a bad deal for you. If you don't think you're gonna get the value out of it and get the use out of it, and you're not gonna get all the performance, or you don't need all the performance, that's why they have 3 other Blast shoes, and they have the Novablast at 130, and they have the Dynablast too at 120, which is also a great shoe that I tested. So there's just so many alternatives to this. You don't need to get it, but for me, if I were to go to a desert island and people ask me what are my desert island shoes, this would make my list 100%. This would be one of the top 5 shoes, one of the top 3 shoes. And this is in the mix for me now of favorite training shoes, favorite running shoes of all time. Just absolute transcendent banger, man. And if I say that, I'm gonna stand on business and drop a 25 piece. I'm not just out here capping. I said the same thing about the Pegasus Premium. I said, this is one of the most fun, exciting new shoes. And guess what I did? I ran a 100-mile week in it. All right, so if I talk about these shoes like they're GOAT status or top tier level shoes, I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna back it up. Fast R3. I've been running all my big workouts in it. So yeah, I'm a 2.5 hour marathoner. I'm lighter than some people out there. I'm taller than some people out there. I eat differently than some people out there, but I put my 5 inchers on the same way as everybody else, and I stretch these shoes to their limits. So I really hope that you can trust my word and use that to make an informed purchasing decision. Put the blood, sweat, and mileage in these reviews, man. All right, I think so, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you all. Sub 230 incoming, mileage train rolling, PR weather is hitting. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Oh, in my OG shirt, I feel like Kyle Perkins. All summer, we were putting work in. Boys playing with my name. That's the wrong game. You know I'm going off the brain, the Mileage Hall of Fame. I'm a little bit deranged. 25 piece? We are not the same. A lot of snakes in the grass. Bring the mowers out. Boys playing with my name probably needs more clout. Up your best. We might have to do another drop. I know all the OGs who got this shirt love it. Might have to bring it back. Yeah, I did.
Okay, so that means...
Alright, should we tell them about our lunch?
So, today we have... No, I want to taste it.
Okay.
So, no.
Okay, you can tell 'em.
So today, we have burgers and pickles.
Yes. And what are you gonna have for your lunch?
Pasta and peas.
Yes. And what else are you gonna have before lunch? Little snack.
Little snack.
Of what?
Avocado toast.
Is it a banger or is it a fire banger?
It's a sour banger.
Yeah, there we go. Mileage train is still rolling.
Then we'll say it's a split can. Then we can make it also can. It's a split can. Look at it now. It's the twine here. This is a good twine, right?
I love it.
What are another twine station?
Technology of that.
What did you say?
Box twine. I'm just so motion. No, not yet. I'm just so minute. So, we make the twine with Reese and Mason. clean.
Good adjustment.
And Daddy said, where's the shoebox? No. And we got another box. Look at it. Fire flames.
Fire flames. Let's go. All
Yeah.
right, wanna turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, you press this button right here.
Okay.